everyone, imagine if you want to build an AI chatbot for your own organization. Not a generic one, but the one which truly understands the organization knowledge base, the internal documents, the policies, the guidelines, and everything. So, what will be your first instinct? My first instinct would be I'll just give all over my data along with every user question. This sounds simple, right? But here's the problem. So, what if your organization has thousands of pages of documents? Then you are passing all these documents on every single user question. This causes three major issues. So, first one is context window limit. So, every model has context window limit. For example, a 500 page PDF can contain almost 2 lakhs plus token. So any model cannot handle that much amount of text or tokens in one go. Second, cost. You pay per token. So if you are sending those pages of documents, even if user says hello, can be insanely expensive. Third, lost in the middle. LLMs tends to remember the beginning and ending of long prompts better than the middle. So if important information is buried inside those thousands of lines of text, then the model just ignore or hallucinate it. So what's the smarter way to handle this situation? So here comes RAG. Instead of giving all of our data to the model, what if we just give the right data? So this is what RAG does. RAG stands for Retrieval Augmented Generation. The idea is very simple. When a user query comes in, we first perform similarity search. We retrieve the top 3 or 4 relevant chunks and pass these chunks to the model to answer the question. Let's see how we can implement this. So if you look at this diagram, the first step is indexing step. This is one-time setup. So we will take the documents which we have and we perform chunking, and then we store those documents as an embeddings in vector store. And then second step is retrieval plus generation. So when a user query comes in, we convert that query into embedding like this, and then we perform similarity search and retrieve the top chunks, and we append those top chunks with the user query and send that prompt to LLM. Then LLM will give us response based on the chunks which we have sent.
So let's create one Spring Boot project. Let's rename this thing Spring resource variable Spring RAG. I need to add few dependencies. First is web, Spring Web, to create reversible routes, and then we need to add Lombok. And we are going to use OpenAI, so OpenAI. And then we are going to add PG vector, Postgres vector database, and then PDF document reader. So let's just configure the OpenAI related things. AI, then I'm just going to copy paste few things. This is the API key, and then we are going to use the GPT 5.2 model, and embedding model is small, and we are going to use PJ vector for the vector store, and for the PJ vector, we need to give the JDBC URL, Postgres URL, and then this is how we configure. Then we need to configure our chat client. I'm going to create the package config, then AI config, and then let's make this class as configuration. And then we need to create the bean of chat client. So this is how we created the bean. And then we need to first create the package for controllers. And PDF ingestion control. This is for injecting by the PDFs as an embeddings. Then the rest controller requires constructor, and then wait. Final. I'm going to use one PDF called policy. I'm just going to show you that one. This is a PDF. So it just contains one page with only few policies. So as for the demo, I'm just using the simple PDF. Let's copy this PDF, and we need to paste in the resources folder. And then we are going to inject it using value from the This is the first we are fetching the PDF file. We are extracting the pages here as a document, and then using the token text splitter. Here we have given 50, right? So if we see the PDF, for every 50 tokens, we are going to create one chunk, and then we are going to store those chunks as an embeddings in vector store. Okay. So the chunk size here I have defined as 50, but for a larger PDF file, we can, give it like 200 or 300. And now we are going to create another controller for chat controller, where we hit the request. Same things, we are going to add address controller or request mapping. And then we want to use private funnel, vector store, and private funnel chat client, and then I have to copy the route. Okay. So here what we are doing is we have created one route which takes the query from the query params, and then we have added one advisor called question answer advisor. That means the AI will take from our input only, like the info, the context which it takes is from our vector store. Okay. Only if it knows the answer, it will respond, or else it won't respond. So here we are fetching the top 4 similar embeddings, and then call the content which will gives us a response. Let's see. Let's run this application. Before doing so as you can see, Tomcat started on port 8080. So let's see our vector database. We don't have any embeddings right now. We'll just ingest our PDF by hitting this route. Yeah, ingested 4 chunks successfully. Let's see our vector store. So these are all our 4 chunks which we have inserted as an embeddings. From the policy PDF. And then now let's hit one. Now let's hit the request. Let's ask, can I do work from home on Friday? Yes, work from home is allowed on Friday according to the company's remote work policy. If we look at the policy, yes, remote work is allowed on Fridays. What if I ask work from home on Monday? Let's see what it gives us back. Based on the policy provided, remote work is allowed only on Fridays. It doesn't mention remote work allowed on Monday. So I can't confirm that you can do work from home on Monday from the given context. So this is how it